Good morning, Vivites. I'm very happy today that I've got this wonderful opportunity to address each one of you across India. And I believe definitely this is one of those things, it's called as the technology wonder, because being in one place, a person is able to reach multiple, number of people across, the country, the state, etc. So first of all, I'm very happy to be here to talk to all of you today. For the next 1 hour, we're going to have this webinar. So I request all of you to ensure that you, from the beginning, okay. Good morning, Vivites. How are you doing? So I believe most of you are very eagerly waiting for this webinar because this is the 4th webinar happening by Viva, and I'm very thankful to Viva management for giving this amazing opportunity to address lots of people across India through this webinar. And this is definitely a technology wonder because being in Bangalore, I'm able to speak to multiple number of people across the state and across the country. So definitely this is an amazing opportunity for me to share a little bit of the knowledge what I have learned from the past few years of experience in this industry. So first of all, let me tell you, I completed my graduation from Bangalore, and after that I was looking forward to do something big in my life because I was always dreaming of big things in my life. I wanted to be an entrepreneur in my life. At that time, I met my mentor, Mr. Abhilash Thomas, and he told me one thing, that Prem, success is associated with successful people. And then I sat across with him for many sessions, and he explained to me a life-changing education which I never learned in my the management studies what I did in my college or even my school days. I never learned this kind of an education, and at that time he explained this amazing thing to me. And today I'm going to present you the same thing what I learned from my mentor, because this was a big eye-opener for me to understand in which direction I was traveling in my life and where I would be 10 years from now and 20 years from now when I looked at this wonderful format. And this is basically not my idea. This is a wonderful idea given by Robert T. Kiyosaki, New York Times best-selling author. Robert T. Kiyosaki is a world-renowned economist, and he has authored a number of best-selling books, and a few books are sold in multiple languages across the world. And the book's name is The Rich Dad Poor Dad. The Rich Dad Poor Dad book series are so many that if you once go through these, it gives you amazing knowledge, insights into the financial world, which we are deprived of most of the times. Okay, so let me tell you, in most of his books, Robert T. Kiyosaki, he talks about an amazing concept called as the cash flow quadrant. What is the cash flow quadrant basically? This was an eye-opener for me, and definitely I believe today it is going to be an eye-opener for most of you watching this webinar out there. Okay, so let me explain to you with the help of a whiteboard and a marker. It's a very simple concept which anybody can understand. If you understand this concept, definitely I promise you, my dear friends, this is going to change the way you look at life, the way you work, the way you start thinking about the future. Everything is going to change. Your complete perception about the your future is going to definitely get altered after listening to this amazing concept. It's called as the cash flow quadrant. I call it the cash flow quadrant. Okay, what is this cash flow quadrant? Basically, Robert T. Kiyosaki says that there are 4 types of people in the world. The 4 types are basically categorized not based on their caste or religion or the different countries. It's basically categorized based on the way the people earn their living, how they make money, how the cash flows into their lives. So that's the reason it's termed as cash flow quadrant. So basically Robert T. Kiyosaki divides the people into 4 different categories. The first one, most of the people, if you look at the public, the masses, they are focused towards this category, the first quadrant. It's called as the E quadrant. Basically, you all know E represents employment. Once you go to the school, get a good degree, get good marks, and after that you start looking for a job, you join a company and start working there as an employee, and that's called as the E quadrant, the first quadrant. Let me tell you the second quadrant. The second quadrant is the S quadrant. E quadrant, you have a job, you go to a company, a corporation, you go to a different private limited company, and you start working there as an employee. S quadrant, they don't work anywhere, but they have they create their own job. So E has a job. S quadrant people, they create their own job. So they basically start setting up something in a smaller way. Let me give you a simple example. I'm a doctor, okay, and I work with a very big hospital as a surgeon there. So what happens is I belong to the employee quadrant. And if I have my own clinic, which I run with my own capabilities, individual capability, I belong to the S quadrant. So that's the second quadrant. That's the S quadrant, self-employed. That's what we call it as S quadrant. And let me tell you about the other quadrant. That's the third quadrant. The third quadrant is called as basically the B quadrant. B quadrant means the people who run the big business houses, the businessmen. B stands for businessmen. They provide the job opportunities for hundreds and thousands of employees. So the B quadrant, those who run the big business houses. And finally we come to the fourth quadrant, which is one of the my favorite quadrant also. It's called as the I quadrant. So I stands for investors. So what basically the investors believe is that they don't work for money, they make the money work for them. So let me explain to you the complete thing as a summary. E stands for employee. I join in a company. I work as an employee there, 9 to 6, the basic thing. And then S quadrant, I have my own job. I set up my own small business kind of a self-employment. And B stands for businessman. I run a big business house. They provide opportunity for hundreds of people, and they run the business houses. They have the systems. And the I quadrant stands for investors. They basically put their money to work. They say, I don't work for money, my money works for me. So that's how the four categories, the four types of people are shown by Robert T. Kiyosaki in the cash flow quadrant. And now let me also tell you what happens with all these types of people, where you work, which category you belong. And I know most of the people, if you look at the masses, the 98% of the people, even in the US, they belong to the left side of the quadrant, because Robert T. Kiyosaki, further taking forward this cash flow quadrant, what he says is that there are four categories of people, but then looking at the style of their work, the mechanism on which they depend, to generate their income, he has again divided the four categories into two basic categories. So that's the left side of the quadrant, and this is the right side of the quadrant. Okay, so what Robert T. Kiyosaki says, even though an employee or a self-employed, they have a different title, but they belong to the same category of earnings because they work in the same style. Let me explain to you. I work in a bank, so I go there and work for almost 26-27 days in a month, 9 to 6. So I am an individual and I depend on my individual effort. So the first point to be noted here is the individual effort. Let me write it down for you. The first one is individual effort. My earning is basically depending upon my effort, individual effort. So everybody is able to, everybody has got 24 hours in a day, but then definitely we know that out of 24 hours, we can't give the complete 24 hours to, whatever work we do or whatever, self-employment setup we have. We have a limitation to give our efforts, our time. So what happens basically is individual effort means a limited effort, because you have a limitation as an individual. So what happens is an individual starts working on his capabilities and he starts earning based on that. So what happens is due to the individual limited effort, the earning also is limited income, and basically they also call it as finite income. That's a limited income. Okay, that's the second feature or the characteristic of the people on the left side, the E and S quadrant. And the third most important point is, in a setup with an employment or a self-employment setup, you need to, the E quadrant and the S quadrant, you need to be active throughout your career or throughout your life. I would say that, because once you stop working in a job, you don't continue to earn. Your earning stops. And you're a self-employed, you run a hotel, you have a hotel business, so you close down your hotel, your income stops. So what happens with these people? They always need to be active, which is the most important part of this side, the people on the left side. So the active income, they have a limited income, and the third one is they depend on individual effort for their earnings. So basically, due to these three characteristics or the three features, the people on the left side, employees and self-employed, they end up growing to the first stage of life, that is the survival, and then comes the stability. So they are able to pass through these two stages of life. So they are able to survive and then also stabilize whatever they have. So that is what happens with the people on the left side. And let me talk to you about the B quadrant, the right side, people on the right side, the B quadrant and the I quadrant. Even though they are different, they start thinking and working, their mechanisms are same, the systems what they depend also is same. So the people on the left side, they have these three characteristics, and if you look at the people on the right side, they are exactly opposite to these three features. And that's what is the most important part of this learning. They, even though they have huge talent, skills and everything, they never depend on an individual effort. Rather, they go further and establish a system, a team. So what happens, individual effort on the left side is replaced by the people on the right side as a team effort. So they depend basically on a team effort. So what happens when you have a system, when you have a team, you are able to deliver huge, you're able to deliver more, you're able to deliver, any level. There is no limitations to the, performance what you can do. As an individual, I have got 24 hours in a day. But as a team, I can never say that I've got 24 hours. If you work as a team, you will also be able to work for 240 hours or 2,400 hours or even 24,000 hours. So that's what is the key. So the people on the right side, they always depend on a team effort, and due to this, their earnings also is going to be huge. Their earning also is going to be massive. So because of the limited effort, the limited income, because of the time, the teamwork, the team effort, the earnings also becomes infinite or unlimited. I would say unlimited income, which is another very important aspect of the people on the right side. And let me tell you something called as freedom. Most of us want freedom, and if you want freedom in your life, definitely I would say, I'm not talking about the political freedom, I'm talking about the financial freedom. You're looking at having more time and having more money. Freedom comes to you when your earnings are not active. It has to be rather passive. So this is what the three features, these are the features of the people on the right side of the quadrant. And this is this was an eye-opener for me, because I always went to the college and school started thinking that one day I would go and become an employee, and most of the people start thinking in that way. Definitely, I had a dream of being an entrepreneur because I always wanted to do something big. But technically, I understood the subject that if I start working as an employee throughout my life, I would be ending up paying the bills and the rent and all those things, but definitely never make it big in my life. So definitely, when Mr. Abhilash Thomas, my sponsor, shared this wonderful information with me, it was definitely an eye-opener. Definitely, I believe most of you watching today also would feel the same. Now, what is in it for you today? Let me explain to you that. The most important point. We all belong to Indus Viva. What is Indus Viva? Basically, it is a network marketing company, or you can call it as a multi-level marketing company, and some people also address it as a community commerce. Whatever it is, well, all said and done, network marketing. Why network marketing? If you ask me why you should choose network marketing, or this particular information will accelerate your business further, your speed in the coming days, because when you choose a network marketing, what is the basic reason? What should be your thinking? What should be your idea, of being in a network marketing company? According to Robert T. Kiyosaki, the people on the left side, they can definitely move to the right side, which is a good news for all of you. Definitely, people on the left side can move to the right side. That is, you can take a shift, a move from here. You can definitely come to this side. And definitely, if I ask most of you, you would say, yes, I would like, I would love to be on the right side, because nobody would say, I don't want, unlimited income. I don't want a passive income. And definitely, most of you know that teamwork creates wonders, right? So if you want to move from an individual to an institution, from a limited income to unlimited earnings, from an active income mode to a passive income mode. According to Robert T. Kiyosaki, around the world, there is only one opportunity, one industry which can help you to move from left side of the quadrant to the right side of the quadrant, and that is called as network marketing, my dear friends. So congratulations to all of you, because you people have already chosen network marketing as a part of your business, maybe as a full-timer or as a part-timer. But definitely, let me tell you, your choice of choosing a network marketing business technically is wonderful, because this choice, this decision of yours is definitely going to help you to move gradually over the period of time, period of 2 years, 3 years down the line. You will be able to shift yourself from left side to right side. Why this can happen and how this can happen, let me give you the clarity on this particular thing. See, my dear friends, when you start a business, let's say you started Indus Viva as an individual. Initially, you're a part of a team. You belong to the team of your sponsor, because your sponsor is got many people in his organization, and you enter into the business as a part of another team. But the best part of a network marketing business, again going forward, taking the words of Robert T. Kiyosaki says that the life-changing education for an individual. You please note the word, it's a very powerful word. The life-changing education for an individual is provided by a network marketing company. And that's one of the most powerful reasons why Robert T. Kiyosaki suggests network marketing to the masses. So the life-changing education, which is not provided by any school or college or any university across the world, is provided by a network marketing company. How it is possible? Every network marketing company has their own education system, or they run an education system of the leaders. But fortunately, in Indus Viva, let me tell you, my dear friends, Indus Viva has got a wonderful education system which is called as the Vibrant Viva. Through Vibrant Viva, an individual who comes into the business as an individual, as a part of another team, gradually develops his personality, because there are lots of trainings which you will be exposed to, and with those trainings you would be able to develop yourself from an individual to a leader. So what happens gradually, from an individual you will end up down the line, 6 months down the line, 8 months, 1 year down the line, from an individual you will be able to shift yourself to a team, and that's when the wonders happen. You would have heard lots of amazing testimonials of people started the business as a simple and from a simple background. Over a period of 2 years and 3 years, you would see the person is driving an Audi or a Mercedes or a BMW and having an amazing lifestyle, traveling across the world with the family. All these can happen because of this. The person from an individual transforms himself into a team, into a huge organization, and that is possible in a network marketing. Because when you come in, you are an individual, and they train you and they help you, and they also work with you and ensure that if your commitment is amazing, definitely, let me tell you, your sponsor is going to love to work with you. But if you're not committed, definitely that's not going to happen. Again, commitment is another subject. We will discuss about that in another webinar. But let me stick on to my subject today. So if you are in a network marketing, especially talking about Indus Viva, in Indus Viva, with Vibrant Viva support, the right education system would be given to you at different levels. When you start raising your pin level and your earnings, you would be exposed to amazing education system which will help you to nurture you to groom yourself into a leader. So what happens, from an individual you will transform yourself to a team. So what happens, a limited earning person today, probably when you start the business, this is what happens. When you come into Indus Viva, you're no more an employee with Indus Viva or with any company, because when you associate with Indus Viva, you are called as an independent distributor. So what happens, you start from here, okay, as a self-employed, because everything depends on you in the beginning. You are alone, and of course the support of your team, applying team, is there, but then you are alone and you are the first person of your organization. So you are a self-employed. So over a period of time, when you start developing your skills and your knowledge and your the confidence level, definitely you start working from S quadrant. And gradually over a period of 1 year or 2 years, let me tell you, in Indus Viva, when you are a diamond, I can tell you, when you reach the level of a diamond, definitely you will be able to move from the S quadrant to a B quadrant. Okay, so and gradually when you start earning huge, as a diamond, your income would be definitely more than 5 lakhs plus a month, and 50,000 rupees royalty for your better half, okay, or your co-applicant. So what happens is, after diamond, when you continue to develop the business to a bigger level, you would also finally land up in the I quadrant. And that's what is all about, why you have to do a network marketing business, why you need to seriously start thinking about your career, of how you're going to be in this business for the coming 1 year and 2 years and 3 years. And let me tell you, in between, whatever questions you have out there, we have created a wonderful option for you. Go to the Facebook page of Indus Viva. There will be a post called as FAQs, which will be uploaded exactly at 10:29. So go into that post, go to the comment box, and whatever questions and queries you have with regard to this, or whatever is related to Indus Viva business, your Indus Viva business, if you have any kind of queries, you can shoot the questions to me today, and from 10:30 to 11, I'm going to answer all your questions. Probably, we'll not be able to answer all the questions, but whatever possible within the next 30 minutes, from 10:30 to 11 o'clock, within the limited 30 minutes time, I would love to answer your queries with regard to the cash flow quadrant, with regard to Indus Viva, any queries you have. So please go ahead at 10:29 to the Facebook page, and at that time we will interact, start addressing your questions, and let me give you some answers, and let's share some knowledge also. So this is the basic cash flow quadrant what Robert T. Kiyosaki has given, and with this knowledge, definitely I would say, even I tried this, when you want to go and approach a person, okay, let's say he's working in a company, he's already well positioned in that company, or he's already looking for a change, whatever kind of person, when you go to somebody to prospect, and let me connect this point to you, when you go to prospect somebody, if you are able to sit across the person, this can become a very powerful tool for you to prospect. So sit across the person over a cup of coffee, okay, and with a white sheet, start explaining about this amazing cash flow quadrant to the person who is sitting with you, the person whom you want to prospect and whom you want to propose, this amazing business opportunity. Before you talk to him about Indus Viva opportunity, if you are able to sit with that person and talk to him about the cash flow quadrant, this knowledge, definitely the person is going to be ready to understand and receive a network marketing business opportunity. So that way, the cash flow quadrant can definitely help you to prospect people in the right manner, because most of the time what happens when you bring somebody, we are talking to people and telling them, okay, you join me, you don't have to do anything, it is very easy. Okay, we try to sometimes do the wrong things. So it's always good to go with a proper explanation about what we are doing. So when you invite a guest, when you have a prospect of yours, you can definitely teach, you can share this knowledge with the prospect. And the best part is, if you have a team of say 10 people, let me tell you, if you transfer this knowledge to 10 people, 10 team members of yours, all the 10 of them, if they are able to understand this, two things can happen. The first thing is, definitely they can use this, to prospect people and talk to people why to come and look at the opportunity what we have. The other part is, they will understand that I am not in a in a small business or a small game. I am in the big game. I am doing something really big, because this will expand the vision of every individual who is involved in your business. Especially, I believe today, most of you watching this for the first time, I know definitely how it feels when you understand why you are doing Indus Viva, and when you have a strong reason, that this business can take you from the left side to the right side. Because the benefits of being in a network marketing business is that it can take you from the left side to the right side, and you can enjoy the lifestyle of the B and I quadrant people. That's really amazing, because that is something which was not available for a common man. But through network marketing business, everybody today who has got an aspiration, every ordinary man with an extraordinary thinking, can definitely take this opportunity, understand this knowledge, and move from left side to the right side of the quadrant. And further, I would recommend you go ahead and watch some more videos about the cash flow quadrant, if possible, when you get time. Or personally, I would also recommend you, there is a book called The Business School, which is again authored by Robert T. Kiyosaki. Go ahead and purchase that book. that book will definitely give you more knowledge, deeper knowledge about why you have to do network marketing business. My dear friends, let me tell you, there are two types of people who do the business basically. I always call them the professionals and the non-professionals. The professionals are the people who have a very deeper knowledge about their profession, and they do the business, execute the business in the right manner, in the most professional manner. And that's what separates the winners and the losers. So I believe this knowledge, most of the people who are involved in network marketing business, sometimes they don't have this knowledge. So they think it is a short term get rich quick scheme, and they try to do some kind of time pass, or a kind of spending the time just without any value. So when you have this knowledge, definitely you can claim yourself that I am into a business which is going to build the future of my next generation, because it's not just the future of yours. If you ask me, I am building the future of my next generation, because that is what the conviction I've got with this knowledge, the cash flow quadrant. This has helped me definitely to transform lots of people's life, including my own life. So I suggest you strongly carry this knowledge wherever you go, because this gives the clarity to people why they have to associate with you. It is not a get rich quick scheme, it is a get rich sure business. It is Indus Viva. So thank you very much. And now go ahead, we've got the time for FAQs now. Visit the Indus Viva Facebook page. There will be a post which will be uploaded exactly at 2029. In that FAQ post, go to the comments and start shooting your questions. I would love to see you there and start answering your questions in the webinar. Thank you very much. See you back. Take a break. All right, welcome back. So I already got a lot of questions out here. So let me start, addressing your questions, queries. It's nice to interact with you people, and I am very happy that most of you are watching this. Okay, so there's a question out here. Could you please clarify till which rank a person should work only as per the instructions of his upline, like an employee, like up to which rank? I would say up to the time that you are able to handle your team by yourself. That definitely, I would leave it to the upline who is mentoring, because always the mentor knows when to detach from the student, when to leave the student as an independent performer. So definitely, if you ask me, at least to the rank of star 250 is a very early, I think, stage to detach. You just need to, I would suggest that stick on to the instructions of your mentor, as long as your mentor says to you that you can work independently, because it depends. Each individual has got different capabilities. So somebody might get independent as soon as he becomes a Ruby. Someone takes time even to go up to Perl. So I would leave it to the mentor, because each individual is different. Is different. So that's the answer for that. And there's another question which is like, which is the book name, sir? Please suggest. Okay, that's Saju asking that question. So the book is actually called as The Business School, authored by Robert T. Kiyosaki. The Business School is basically talking about the 8 benefits of being in a network marketing business apart from making money. Basically people think that being in a network marketing business is just about making money. Of course, I would say that money is a byproduct. Excuse me, money is a byproduct of whatever service you give to others. So definitely, when you add value to others' life, you will definitely make a lot of money. When you add more value, you make more money. So that's the outcome. So so the name is The Business School, authored by Robert T. Kiyosaki. And there's also another book, The Business of the 21st Century, which is also another amazing insight into the world of network marketing and community commerce especially. So that is the next question. Let's go to the next one. What are the other questions coming up? Okay, 1 second. A lot of people are trying to contact me through WhatsApp. More than that. Okay, so good. Excuse me. Yes, let me reboot it. The questions are coming here. Okay, so further going forward, yeah, if you are able to access Facebook, visit the recent post which is posted just at 10:29. It's called as the FAQ post in Indus Viva Indus Viva Facebook page. There you can start shooting your questions. Definitely we can look at the answers. Okay, let me look forward. Let me refresh it once again. Since it's a live, I need to just get into this. Okay, comment. Where is the comment box? Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, Prem sir, for the giving us such knowledge, making a base. Okay, that's HP Indus Viva. Okay, definitely. Network marketing is one great opportunity, one platform where you can always impart the knowledge what you have to others. This is an amazing reason which also drives me to do this business with more passion every day, because every day I meet hundreds of people, different parts of the country. When I meet them, when I share the knowledge with them, I don't know them, I never met them before, but still when I meet them and when I'm able to share the knowledge what I have, the experience which I carry in this industry, when I share this with others, their lives gets touched, they start to transform. And that's one great fulfillment, the feeling of fulfillment which you carry when you go and impart the knowledge to others. And definitely it is my pleasure to share my knowledge with all you people out there. Definitely it's a part of helping others also to grow. They say a candle doesn't lose anything by lighting another 100 candles. So that's what I believe. When you get a knowledge, if you don't share it with others, because the other day I was just talking to one of my good friend. He said that in India we use the stone. Basically, if you see the Indian way of washing the cloths, they use the the rock stone. Okay, on the stone, when the cloth is washed, the person was telling to me, the cloth gets washed, cleaned, your hands also get cleaned, and also the stone on which you start washing your clothes also gets cleaned. And that's what I believe in network marketing. When I start sharing my knowledge with people, it's not that people get knowledge, it's also that I refresh and repolish, reboot my own knowledge, and that helps me also to stay always updated. And let me go to the next question out here. 1 minute. Okay, so talking about the cash flow quadrant, if you look at the cash flow quadrant, this is got each quadrant how they start working. For example, an employee, when he joins in a company, he works there for 10 years, let's say 10 years. So after 10 years, again, he joins another company, he needs to start all over again from zero in the other company. And when he quits the other company, again, he doesn't carry forward anything. So what happens? The efforts what we put, it is not, it is not able to pay us in the long run. That way, being in the E quadrant, it is always good because most of the people choose that. And let me also share you another information about this. The society today out there, they want their children to be going to good schools. That's always good. You need to send your children to good school. Good education should be provided by parents. And after that, what happens is they also train them, basically psychologically they prepare them. After your education, you start getting good marks, and after that you start looking for a job. So that's where is the problem, because most of the people, if they don't have the encouragement from the family to become an entrepreneur, to start something of their own, definitely the child is totally going to be focused on just being in the job. So what happens there is the person is not able to bring out the best talents and the skills what he has got in an E quadrant, because there is a limitation of everything. But being an entrepreneur, a person is able to implement all his ideas. He's able to take the risk, because they say not taking risk is the biggest risk. So definitely as an entrepreneur, you are exposed to lots of challenging atmosphere where you can start experimenting and start implementing your creative ideas. So that's another benefit of being in the being an entrepreneur especially. And moving from the left side to the right side, what happens even today. I heard the recent speech of our honorable Prime Minister. He was talking about the wellness industry, basically addressing a group of 1,000 doctors in Chandigarh. He was talking to the the doctors and telling them that can I have some water? So doctors and telling them that help the people to move from illness to wellness. So what happens in Indus Viva? Indus Viva is a combination of two different giant industries, if you ask me. One is the network marketing itself, which is looked up to by most of the world famous economists as one of the solution for most of the socio-economic problems faced by the developing countries. Okay, if this industry, the network marketing industry, has provided opportunity for millions of people in the developed countries, what about the country like India, where India is facing lots of socio-economic problems, like let's say the population is one of the major issues, then we have the unemployment, underemployment, all these things. So the world famous economists, they are looking up to the network marketing opportunity or the network marketing industry as a very powerful solution to solve this particular issue. So definitely network marketing is needed for India. And this as I told you, the two different combination of community commerce. One is the network marketing industry and the wellness. So when these two giant industry are combined together, it definitely is going to make a huge impact in millions of people's life. And Indus Viva is a perfect blend of two different industries. I would say the giants. One is the network marketing and the wellness industry. Wellness industry is also expected to reach a huge growth in the coming years, and network marketing is a powerful business model. So what happens with the wellness products in its kitty, Indus Viva, and talking about the network marketing business model, when these two are combined, it is definitely designed, and it is definitely going to explode in the coming years. So that way, this is going to provide lots of opportunity to lots of people to move from the employee self-employed quadrant to the businessman and the investor quadrant. That is from moving from left side of the quadrant to the right side, taking up this wonderful opportunity. I would say all of you to go and reach out the people who, there are lots of people today looking for lots of opportunities, to change their life. Definitely, as one of my friend was saying, he is an MBA, but definitely he's unable to find, a job which is suitable to his degree, whatever he has completed. And most of the people compromise in going into some kind of a smaller kind of a job, even though they are highly qualified. So network marketing business that way can accommodate anybody. You are just out of your school, you have not completed your university education, you can welcome to network marketing business, because this avenue is open for anybody. And you are already an MBA, you are looking for a wonderful opening to be an entrepreneur, because MBA is nothing but once you finish your masters in business administration, definitely you are well trained, I would say, at least theoretically, to be a businessman, to be an entrepreneur. But what happens out there in the market when you look up these startups, almost 60 to 70% of the startups are not successful within the next 2 years from the day they started. So in a network marketing business, what happens when you come in as an entrepreneur, as a new, as an individual, there is already a ready-made business model. You don't have to take the risk of investing money. That's the first thing. Second thing, you don't have to take the risk of carrying huge experience, because what happens when you talk about business, there is always the risk involved: land, labor, capital, infrastructure, man management, expertise, and the right timing, etc. So all these things, the risks, it is absorbed by the company. The company which is providing you the opportunity. For example, Indus Viva, when you associate with Indus Viva, the company takes up all the, it absorbs all the risk. Basically, like for example, you don't have to worry about the manufacturing of the product, branding of the product. Everything is taken care by the company. The product is ready. It's like you are given a brand new Ferrari. You just have to sit, take the key, turn on the car, and just zoom in. So that's how beautifully the network marketing business is modeled for people who are coming into the business looking for a bright future. So the land, labor, capital, infrastructure, the risk, the capital investment, all these risks are absorbed by the company. So anybody can start the business with a low investment, as simple as, let's say, about 10,000 to 20,000, a simple investment. With that you begin. But the business model is so huge that you can grow to any extent. And there is no limit to the the earnings what you can make from this business. The business can give you huge income. How much ever is your capability of your earning, whatever your dreams and aspirations are there in your life, whatever you want to achieve in your life, that can definitely be covered by this model. So when you join, when you come into Indus Viva, let's say, so the products are taken care by the company. The company is able to manufacture the product. Even they take care of the logistics part. You don't have to carry the product and deliver it to somebody. The logistics also are taken. It's operated on like a e-commerce model. Somebody places an order online and it is delivered. So let's say you are sitting in Bangalore, you have a team in Mizoram. You don't have to worry about how the product reaches from Bangalore or from the factory to the customer or the distributor. The product is directly delivered to the distributor's home in Mizoram. So that's the way how you can leverage your the presence of your business. So one is the product part. The second part, when you come into the network marketing business, when you come into Indus Viva, the company also takes care of running the business. For example, they give you a virtual office through which you can monitor your business. When you monitor through the virtual office, you can monitor the business, build the business across different states if you want, and from there whatever volumes of business is generated in different teams across India, that can be monitored by you utilizing the virtual office. I would say my virtual office in Indus Viva is like my personal chartered accountant or a personal secretary, because it gives me the complete information of what is happening in my business in different parts. Let's say I have a team in Assam. So what is the business generated there? How many people have purchased which kind of a product, and what was the volume of business generated in a particular week? Everything can be monitored through the virtual office. So the first part is the company takes care of the products part. They deliver it for you and you don't have to worry about manufacturing the product or even the logistics. Second thing is they give you a wonderful system through which you can take care of the monitoring of your business in different parts. The third part is the company also delivers the incentives. See, it's so beautiful. Being an entrepreneur, if you ask some of the people who have already built the traditional businesses, they would definitely say that the laborers, managing the laborers, the workers, the workforce is always a challenge. But in Indus Viva, as an entrepreneur, when you start building your business, let's say you have a team of 20 people, you have a team of 30 people, or even as less as 10 people, the company directly takes care of the product delivered to all these people. The incentives are sent to these people, with the complete, I would say, taking care of the taxation part, the legal part, everything. The income is credited to all your team members directly by the company. So what this enables you is that without any kind of a tension of, taking care of your, the workers, or what you call your partners, your associates, you don't have to worry about how the incentive is going to reach. You just have to establish a team. So with the help of the Vibrant Viva education system, when you do that, that will help you. So the products part is taken care of by the company. They give you a virtual office through which you can monitor your entire business across India. Along with that, you can also see that the company also takes care of the incentives. What a lovely system it is. So when you take care of the incentives, when the company takes care of the incentives of the team members, you don't have to bother about how that is going to happen, because there is a system which is already run by the company. The company has got its own departments, accounts department. They take care of the payouts, the incentives of your team members. And further going forward, when you start grooming your team members, when you have a team of, let's say, 10 people, 20 people, leaders, when they reach different levels in the company, the rank starts from star 250 to star 500, then goes to star 1000 and different levels. At different levels, the Vibrant Viva education is able to help your team members to groom them in different levels. So that is another amazing opportunity what the network marketing business, or in Indus Viva, you are able to get it. And if you have more questions, definitely you can shoot it across. I'll just refresh my page once. Through that, I think I'll be able to see if you people have posted any messages out here. 1 second. And many people are trying to send me in WhatsApp, and I'm unable to see your messages right now. And let me see this. Okay, so there's another question which has come up. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, happy. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so that's what I was talking to you about, associating with a network marketing company. What are the benefits you are able to get? So the products will definitely be taken care. The virtual office benefits are there. The incentives for your team members are given, and the grooming part, because basically what happens when you have a huge team, you don't have to have the experience yourself, to groom your team members. You can definitely get attached to the team, to the system which is already existing. For example, when you have a team member who completes his star 1000 level, the star thousands are provided a separate residential training program by the company. If you are able to send your star thousands to that program, from there they will start getting groomed, and they will go to the next level called Ruby. And when there's somebody who is a Ruby, the Ruby is also taken to another program which is again designed by the company itself. You don't have to organize the program, everything is organized by the company. So according to me, being in a network marketing business is one of the best way to fulfill all your dreams and aspirations what you have in your life, which cannot be done basically being in an E quadrant or an S quadrant, because there always you need to be individually present. Let's say you're working in a bank, you have to be there 9 to 6 or even beyond that, and 26 days in a month, and you cannot take break from there. If you take a long leave, or if you don't work, if you don't go to your work, your payout definitely stops, and that is again limited income. But in a network marketing company, when you start working, when you start developing your team, what happens over a period of time, you're heading towards freedom. How that is achieved, as I told you exactly, the individual effort, the limited income, and the active income, which is the feature of the E quadrant and S quadrant people, that can be technically broken by being involved in a network marketing business. So what happens over a period of time, you can see the big earners of this industry. If you talk about Indian, our company, there are the people who are making huge income in this business, but you can also see that they're having a lot of time freedom. So why should I work in a network marketing business? Basically, you can have this as your baseline. I want to have a lot of time to enjoy the money what I make, and at the same time I want to enjoy, I want to have a lot of money to enjoy the time what I have. So that is what the freedom is all about. So over a period of time, when you start developing your business, you reach a stage wherein you have huge organizations and they start working for themselves. So what happens? So as an employee, you're able to work, let's say in a day 6 or 8 or 9 hours. So when you have a team of 4 people, so each person, if he's working for 1 hour and you work 1 hour, so totally your 4 people 1 hour plus your 1 hour becomes 5 hours. Let's say you have 40 people in your organization, 40 people working 1 hour in a day, and you work, let's say 1 hour. So your working hour basically from being a limited, effort, individual effort, you are able to break the pattern of working, in a limited environment, and you are able to work 40 people plus your 1 hour. So 41 hours in a day you are able to produce. So the more number of people you have in your organization, the more, efforts they put, that can be, accumulated as your effort also, and they get paid for their efforts and you get paid for your efforts. So that when you reach a huge organization size, let's say there are a lot of people in our company, let's say Mr. Laldin Puya, Dr. Shamsuddin, we have Mr. Sujit Khan, the big names, Mr. Abhilash Thomas. So when they have a huge organization today what happens, they are able to, per day, let's say they have about 20,000 people in their organization. If you ask them, sir, what is your working hours in today? What is your effort today? They would say definitely 20,000 working hours, which is not possible for an employee or for a S quadrant person to given about 20,000 working hours. But when you come into the system, when you start working as per the system, definitely you will be able to multiply your working hours. That will help you, to also reach a stage called as the passive income earning level over a period of time. Let's say it doesn't happen in a week or in a month or in, let's say in a short period of time. Definitely it will take a time, at least about 2 to 3 years, to move from left side to right. That's when you will have a huge organization and the passive income can be generated. And let me tell you, the day when you get passive income is the day when you will be able to experience what I call it as freedom. The financial freedom and also the time freedom, both can be experienced when you build a huge organization and have a passive income. So people, those who have reached the 2.5 lakh weekly earnings, if you ask me what would be their basic responsibilities, what they do, they basically go into different seminars, let's say once in a week or twice in a week, and in the seminars they have their huge organizations coming in. They go there and they share their knowledge and their experience, say working 1 hour or 2 hours or 3 hours in a week. And that's what really I'm seeing happening in Indus Viva, in network marketing, because people are able to reach the passive income level through the system what the company is providing us. So my dear friends, it was an amazing experience talking to each one of you today through this webinar, and I hope this knowledge what we have, we discussed this morning is going to help you to understand why you have to basically involve in network marketing business and what would be your goal, because basically everybody works with a goal. And I would suggest, if you don't have a goal, definitely start making fixing some goals. I would say the long-term goals and the short-term goals, and you will definitely have one big goal in your life is move from left side, from the E and S quadrant, to the right side of the quadrant, so that you also move from an individual to an institution or a teamwork based model, from a limited earning person to an unlimited earning possibility, and from an active income earning mode to a passive mode. So this is what you can fix as a goal, because you definitely have a short-term goal and a mid-range goal and a long-term goal. I would say keep this as one of your long-term goals, because this definitely has got a lot of hard work and a lot of commitment and dedication to be given to the business. So I'm sure that you're watching this video because you're also one of those individuals who is committed to build a long-lasting business. So if you have such long-lasting idea to be in the business, business for a long time and to create a huge impact in your life, definitely moving from left to the right would be the right reason and one of the most important prime goals of your life, being with Indus Viva. So moving from left side to the right side of the quadrant. So thank you very much all of you to, for participating in this amazing webinar today, this Tuesday morning. And definitely I commit to you that the webinar participants, if you have any more questions, you can definitely post it in the Indus Viva Facebook FAQ page. Even if you're watching this webinar later, if you have a recorded version also, you can always come down to the Indus Viva's Facebook page on the FAQ post in the comments. You start typing your questions, and whenever I find time, I will definitely look into this and answer each one of your queries to my best possible knowledge. And that's the webinar for today. And most of you would be having a lot of plans today because it's Tuesday. Yesterday was Ramzan, so today you might be in the field wherever you are, right from east, west, north, northeast or south, anywhere. So wishing you all an amazing week this coming Friday. Let all your goals be achieved, and all your team members, wishing all of you a great success in this coming week. Good luck. This is Prem, Executive Blue Diamond of Indus Viva, signing off. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day ahead. Take care. Bye-bye.